Mike Salas. Prepare to have your mind blown. What I learned from almost dying Mike Salas, everybody.
Good evening, Ignite Denver. My name is Mike Salas, and I want to encourage you to be strong. I like this chair. I'm oftentimes amazed at the resilience of the human spirit. We're pretty tough. And I've been a student of human behavior for quite some time, especially in the area of achievement. What separates the wheat from the chaff? How is it that two people can go through the exact same tragedy? One person can raise himself up, find beauty in ashes, while the other person stays down for the 10 count. It has been said, where focus goes, energy flows, and I'm here tonight to tell you that's absolutely true. As you can tell, I'm no stranger to tragedy myself. Approximately 2 years ago, I suffered a near-fatal aircraft accident where I broke my back. I broke my leg off at the ankle and suffered a severe spinal cord injury, which left me paralyzed below the waist. Now, when I say paralyzed, I'm embarrassed to share this with you, but that does mean bowel, bladder, and sexual function. I have a friend who has similar injuries. She refers to it as her zombie half. I spent 10.5 weeks in the hospital, and when I came out, my beautiful wife of 5.5 years came to me, looked me in the eye, and said, "I didn't sign up for this, and I want to live a better life." Then, essentially, packed up her things and left me. Where focus goes, energy flows. And where do you think my focus was at that point? Newly injured, chronic pain, jobless, divorced. Sometimes life can be quite overwhelming, but in classic country song fashion, at least I got to keep my dog. Oh, Mr. Todd, crazy lazy. He kept me company all those nights, or I laid in bed, no motivation to move at all, hoping I'd never wake up. A friend of mine posted this on my Facebook wall, and my thoughts began to shift. Now let me ask you a question. How many of you know somebody who's a chronic complainer, who nothing is ever right with the world? I call them Debbie Downers or fault finders. Anybody know somebody like that? Yes, lots of hands, lots of hands. Now, how many of you that raised your hands are those people? Not a one. Where focus goes, energy flows. I was listening to a podcast by Sam Crowley called Every Day is Saturday, and he was talking about how people oftentimes trip over their past. And what a ridiculous notion that was, because how do you trip over something that's behind you if you're moving forward? And I realized that's exactly what I was doing. I was taking my past, putting it right in front of me to trip over. I created obstacles where there were none. So thanks, Sam, for that good tip. Back in January of 2014, I had a real honest conversation with God. It went something like this. Okay, God, if you're not going to kill me, if you're not going to let me die, well, then I'm going to get up and I'm going to do my very best. I'm going to do my absolute best. I'm going to give myself the best possible chance at recovery and at life. So I got up, I relearned how to drive. I started going to the gym every single day. I realized that this leg started moving just a little bit, so I did what I could. I got on the leg press machine. It would only do 1 10-pound plate, so that's what I did. 1 10-pound plate every day, every time I went. I'm happy to report last week I did a max test. I'm up to 110 pounds, one leg. My trainer and I just did a video, 500 dips as a pre-workout. And as you can see, I'm up to 380 pounds on the incline bench press machine. And next month, I'm going to West Palm Beach, Florida for my first ever wheelchair bodybuilding competition. Keeps me motivated. But I didn't come here to say all these things to impress you. I'm here to remind you that your best days are yet ahead of you. Focus and look around. We're surrounded by love, beauty, opportunity, open doors, and blessings. We live in times of abundance like no other time in history. Former CEO of Pepsi said, "The future belongs to those who can see the opportunities before they become apparent." Dr. doctors told me in no uncertain terms, hey, get used to that wheelchair, son, because you're never going to walk again, and quite frankly, quite possibly will never even stand. And I'm here to tell you, where focus goes, energy flows.
Dude, I'm gonna go back there and rub my hands over his back for a little while.